What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to review Star Wars The Force Unleashed on the Nintendo Switch. So I was provided a code for this game by Aspyr. Okay, I want to make that very, very clear of where I got the code. I was able to play this game a few days. They gave me a few days before the game released, and so we'll jump into my thoughts. This is going to be kind of easy, and I've done some of these reviews actually. I believe I did the same thing for Star Wars Republic Commando. I'm pretty sure they gave me the code. I played that game too, and I really have very similar things to say because at the end of the day, this is very much a port. This is not a remaster. This is not a remake. This is simply getting the thing to work on a foreign device, and that foreign device is the Nintendo Switch. Right? And I don't say that and you can go back for evidence. I don't say that as any massive or clear negative. Do you know what I mean? I say that as that this is what the game is. If you've played this is actually as boiled down as it gets. If you've played Star Wars: The Force Unleashed and you want to play it again, you have the Nintendo Switch. It's on it now. Does it run better than other versions? Not really. I think it's taken some severe downgrades in terms of the visuals. Again, is that their fault? Not necessarily. I think it's the limitations of the system. Again, boiled down, this is, you now have the Switch as a location to play this game if you choose to use it. Now, I've always been a fan of the, carry on the go. I first played this game, the first about 30 minutes, I was actually pacing back and forth in my kitchen. I don't go out much. I'm kind of an inside kind of guy. So, I wanted to take it off the dock. I wanted to play it, on the move. And so I just paced back and forth in the kitchen, murdered some Wookiees with Darth Vader, and then I played, the rest on docking it on the television. I think, again, I'm not a technical guy. I'm not Digital Foundry. I can't measure, the frame rates or the difference between one and the other. I think it looks just fine on the, when you're actually moving around when it's on the handheld mode. I think it looks good. I think the game honestly looks better when you're playing it. The actual gameplay, when you're moving around the environments, when you're using the Force in any, Darth Vader's Force, I guess, or Starkiller's Force, when you're doing all that, I think it looks better in those moments or the QuickTime event moments than the cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes, ones that maybe require a little less pixels, like Darth Vader, okay, any scene Darth Vader's in, he's got a very kind of blocky look, which works because you don't need a lot of detail for Darth Vader, right? So, I don't think the cutscenes are monumentally horrible. The game moves a lot faster than I remember it. At the end of the day, too, this is a port. This is a game that already exists. So it's how you feel about the first game. Just for a brief second, I guess, talking about my thoughts of the game, I love this game to death. I didn't really know much about this game or Star Wars games or anything at the time this game released. I was, I believe, very, very relatively new to gaming, and I played this game and I was blown away with how good this game is. This is easily one of my favorite Star Wars games ever created. Some of that is nostalgia and being one of the first ones I ever played. Some of that I think is just the quality of the game, literally the unleashing of the Force. The second game I also hold a special part, I guess it holds a special place in my heart because I do like it a lot, but obviously a lot of stuff happened, with the development of 2, and there was a lot of disappointments there. We'll leave that aside. But I guess, again, for context, I really like that first game. That first game is tremendous, and I haven't played it since I've watched it. But I've played it, and then I watched it, and then this is the only other time I've done it. So this is 3 times seeing it or 2 times playing it, and it moves a lot faster than I remember it moving. The gameplay is a lot more limited, let's say, than I remember it being. The Force isn't. The Force is pretty wide open in terms of what you can do, but the lightsaber mechanics are pretty limited, but they're pretty okay. I mean, this is a really good game, and I would say, because it's a port, because it's on the Switch, there are some downgrades there in terms of visuals. The rest of the game holds up. The cutscenes are the cutscenes, but it's still got a really good story. I think it's one of the better put together stories ever created in, outside of select movies. I guess I can't say all the movies now, right? But, I think the game moves very quickly. I think the cutscenes are fine, even though they're visually unappealing would probably be the word, right? And then it gets you right into the action. Like I said, when the action's going, I didn't notice anything substantially bad. Again, I think the environments look pretty okay. Moving, I was using the Joy-Cons. I have a controller, but I wanted to use the Joy-Cons just to test it. It works fine. It works it's kind of natural. It's not like the, you know, the button, I guess the mapping of the powers to the buttons is not bad whatsoever. I mean, it's Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. You know, it's odd to make these kind of videos because I don't really know what to say. Again, if you've never played this game, well, I suggest you do it. If you have a Switch and you've never played this game, I guess I would say this though. I would rather play this on other places than the Switch. Like, that is for sure. But if you've never played it, or you want another place to play it, or again, the one tangible thing the Switch has over everything else is that you can take it on the go. And I actually think maybe it's because it's not on like a very big screen, right? You kind of have to like stretch everything. I think the game actually looks really, really solid on the handheld. So, you know, if you're on a plane, you're driving, you're doing whatever, you're walking back and forth in your kitchen like me, I think this is a really I really think this is a good place to play this game. So if you were ever looking for that kind of experience with The Force Unleashed, there you go. But, you know, I would never say this is a bad game. I would never go, you know, I think this is The Force Unleashed has always been and will always be one of my favorite Star Wars games. I still think it relatively holds up besides visuals, mainly cutscenes. That's really the only thing, and the lightsaber mechanics, I'd say, are the only two things that don't hold up. But tremendous game, and just another place now to play it. So let me know what you guys think. If there's anything, I always try to do this, if there's anything I didn't say, you know, because I skip around, I have no idea what I'm doing in half these videos. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. I can definitely try to answer you, you know, one-on-one if there's anything I didn't say, okay? Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all my social media is always in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.